What a great intro theme. Spider-Man and Venom, Maximum Carnage. You get to start to play as Spider-Man. His moveset are nice. He does backflip kick, he swings, he can jump off the wall to kick, and he can punch well on the wall, and has a whip shield, and a few variety of attacks. So it looks nice. And does a super attack if continuously punched. I don't know the limit of punching that's required to do this, but there are some punches, and that's quite a mystery. The music is nice. Yeah, you get to play as Venom. While his attacks are stronger, when he throws enemies backwards, he just dumps them on the floor. He doesn't throw them at other enemies like Spider-Man does. And so, here ends the positivity.
I found the gold at the end of the rainbow. Oh, maybe it's not gold, maybe it's bronze or something, but...
Sorry, nerd. Not even bronze. It's less. It's cheaper. The first appearance of Peter Parker in the comic story, he starts in the funeral of his friend Harry Osborn, who died in the spectacular Spider-Man 200. And Harry Osborn was married to the blonde girl, Liz Allen, who was with high school in Peter Parker. It matters because in this game, you fight a boss, one of the first bosses you fight in the first stage. You fight a girl, a blonde white girl named Lizzie. Yeah, so Spider-Man's friend, Liz Allen, just a widow, in the start of the story. And here you fight a girl with similar name and similar traits, physical traits. Why? She hate Spider-Man so much that she does this? This feels stupid. And like every beat-em-up game does, you beat a few people, the pointer goes and directs you to where you should go. Okay, this does point you forward, and then sometimes sends you backwards. What's the point? Just to punch more people to pad out the stage length. Yeah, that's lame. After that, you have to climb the building, and you have to avoid lightning coming downwards. The pointer tells you to go to a direction, warning you from telling you where you are is where lightning will land. So you have to avoid it. But sometimes, or before this recording, very often, it pointed me to the opposite direction of where I wanted to go, to where I needed to go. And when it pointed me to where I needed to go, a Carnage blocks my path, so I have to drop down below it to save Spider-Man. And if the lightning hit him, he drops down quite a distance. So this game design is terrible. You know, the whole game is terrible. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna wait until later. This game is bad. Do people who compliment this game and consider it one of the better games, one of the better Spider-Man games, play it past the third level? No, scratch that. Past the second level. This game is so hard, it's unbalanced. Look at this third level, the one where you walk in a blue area. You have to fight some of the earlier enemies are the bosses you fought in the previous stage. What? Yeah, this happens until you reach a boss. If you beat him, two similars come his way. Two other fatties come attack you. If you beat them, three come. And I don't know if anyone finished this section by beating everyone, but in the end, you have to die. You have to lose a life to progress the story. What? And then you fight in the church to fight Doppelganger and Shriek again. Because this game sucks. I mean, because it happened in the comic story. Oh boy, we're in for a ride. And then some crap happens. You get to choose either Spider-Man or Venom. And if you choose Venom, guess what? You reach a point where you have to fight the same bosses, the same supervillains, Shriek and Doppelganger. And you have to lose a life. So you have to lose 2 lives if you choose Venom. It's not like this game is hard enough to allow you to lose life with ease, and it has limited continues. Yeah, this has to happen to tell you, you suck. You're gonna suck at it. And then comes a point where you have to fight enemies like Demogoblin. First it starts where you chase him, and where he comes back so you have to hit him, it's a guessing game. If you missed your guess, and dropped before he shows up, or dropped before kicking him, you lose health, or maybe lose a life. If you hit him, you succeed without losing anything. If he hits you, you lose health. So you lose health 90% of the time. Hitting him is difficult, very, very difficult. And then his boss fight, it's very hard. You combo him, and he cuts you mid-combo. Why? Because, a lot of things repeat. You have to fight the same bosses. Some enemies are bosses here, and regular enemies there, and they fight you, and there are too many. And you know what? This game is garbage. This is a game where Spider-Man gets defeated by hair. Not superpowered hair like Cindel's, not something like Medusa's hair. No, regular girl hair. With no superpowers, no super strength, nothing special, just hair. And they easily block your attacks mid combo. And people with parasols, or umbrellas, or whatever, their reach is extended. They always block your web, and they always come in pairs, and their reach is high, and they cost you 2 lives at least. At least 2 lives, no matter how experienced you are. Unless you're one of the super players who can speedrun this game, and I don't know how you do it, but you're a brave soul. Congratulations, you did a brave sacrifice for our entertainment. Hey, look, one of the people with umbrellas wears something that looks similar. Hey, that's what J. Jonah Jameson wears in the '94 cartoon, and this game came out in 1994. I wonder if this was intentional connection. Well,
and then there's this asshole.
And one of the supervillain bosses is Carrion. He grabs you and sucks your health. Oh my god. And sometimes, twice at least, it happens, you fight him while you fight Demogoblin. And you have to fight a guessing game, and you have to avoid him so you can attack, and at the same time, Demogoblin attacks you by tossing bombs. He hits you with the glider, and when you want to kick him, he phases off. So you have to kick him again, and Demogoblin attacks you in this duration. And their attacks do more damage than your attack. Oh my god, this game is terrible. I think there are 3 or 4 sections where you get to choose Venom. And one of them, you should really choose Venom. The third one, I guess. I forgot after which point. Definitely choose Venom because it skips unnecessary stages. Because these stages are just padding. They're just padding. There's no point in these stages. Padding that cost you lives and cost you patience. And then the Carnage boss fight. There are multiple of these. And then when he's solo, he's very difficult. His axe always attacks you, even when it's not launched. It always attacks you. What's the point? What's the idea? What were they thinking when they designed this stuff? And then the final boss fight that costs you. You can hardly touch this guy. You lose 50 lives before you can do any damage to him. What kind of design is that? This game is terrible. I'm sorry. I don't get why it gets praised. This game is one of the worst. And separation anxiety is even worse. This game causes me anxiety. And there's a game that gives bigger anxiety? I'm sorry. No thanks. I'm not playing separation anxiety. This game's terrible. It gets a 2 out of 10 easily. Maximum Carnage gets a 2 out of 10. And separation anxiety, I'm gonna spare myself some anxiety. Not playing this one. That one is, I'm gonna give it a 0 without touching it.
The game is fucking shit there.